Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Helen, you're a certified emotion code and body code practitioner, coming to you today from New Zealand, and in fact, probably every day from New Zealand, if we're going to be honest about it. I'm interviewing today on behalf of the Inside Out Institute, which is a institute that is able to completely transform your life. And what makes it unique is that it not only does it from the outside, it does it from the inside as well. So we're launching in July, and I'm very excited to be involved with the Inside Out Institute. It enables you to become the best version of yourself. And speaking of best versions of ourselves, I am very fortunate today to have a guest here, Kristina. So I'd like to just bring Kristina in. Welcome, Kristina. Good to have you along today. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, Helen. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, look, it's fantastic. I'm just going to give people, our viewers, a little bit of a background on you, Kristina. I first actually became attracted to your account because of your Instagram handle, the Feisty Fit Yogi. I thought, man, that's really cool. And I was a little bit envious, to be honest with you, because I can never come up with such good names for my accounts. So the next thing I really noticed about you was your absolute magical energy. Every post you come on, you just have this awesome energy and you have this vibrancy about you. So I hit that follow button, and here we are today. So you are a mindset mentor who helps women design the lives they desire. So if you just bear with me a moment, I'm just going to read something out that you wrote about this. So you help women become the best versions of themselves, shutting down the negative self-talk, getting rid of those limiting beliefs, healing past wounds, developing mindful practices, gaining confidence, igniting their power, and discovering their purpose. That sounds pretty awesome. So you are the feisty redhead, the fit mum, and the yoga addict. So it's awesome to have you on today, Kristina.
Thank you so much for having me. And thank you so much for that intro. I'm so blessed and happy that you found me there on Instagram and we've been able to connect and sort of start to build a relationship. And I'm definitely happy to be here today.
Oh, yeah, I'm really grateful. You actually epitomize everything that I'm into, like all that sort of just having wellness, not just on the outside, but also on the inside. And it's the whole spectrum, it's not just the physical fitness, but also the diet and the mindfulness and the meditation and the yoga and everything that goes with it. So yeah, you're my lady.
Right. It's that whole mind, body, spirit. You need all of it. If you're lacking on one, the other ones are going to start to deteriorate and it's all going to fall apart. So we definitely want to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward in all aspects of our lives.
Fantastic. Yeah, I agree 100% with you. Hey, so what I thought we'd start off with is just getting to know a little bit more about you and how it came about that you created your Feisty Fit Yogi account.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So I started the Feisty Fit Yogi. I believe it's been about 3, almost 4 years now. Can't believe it when I say it out loud. But it actually came during a really rough point in my life. I'm not sure if Mercury was in retrograde at that time, but everything seemed to start going wrong all at one time. I was going through a court case with my ex for custody of our daughter. I got dumped from the relationship that I was in at the moment, and my health started deteriorating. And because of that, I was in and out of the hospital a lot, and I ended up losing my job. So there I am, being a single mom. I am now single and unemployed, but yet I have to go out there and find a new place to live because me and that boyfriend were living together. So luckily I still found a place. We weren't homeless or anything like that, but honestly, laying there just depressed one day, feeling like there has to be a better way. I don't want to just work to pay my bills. Being a single mom, my daughter is everything to me, which I'm sure a lot of parents, not just single parents, are like that, of course, with their kids, but she is my entire world. So going to work for, 8 hours a day, sometimes, 9 or 10, depending on the commute. And then having such limited time with her in the evenings was draining on my mental and emotional state. It was just really starting to wear on me. So sitting there, I'm like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a way to make money doing what you enjoy, for one, so you can be happy and excited to get out of bed and go to work, and to still have time to do the things that you love. And aside from that, I was like, when do you even go to doctor's appointments? If you're working a 9-to-5 job, that's doctor's hours. So when do you go to the doctor? So even little things like that, I was just like, there's gotta be a better way. And laying there in bed one day, I know I was in bed, and I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I had a personal account back then as well. And I saw a gentleman, just somebody's post, and he had an orange hat on, which is what caught my eye. And reading the post, I discovered that he was actually local here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So that intrigued me more to see, who he was and what he was about, because I could see he was speaking to a group of people. And I was like, what's he talking about? I wanted to know more. And he was actually part of a company that they said they were sort of like an internet marketing college. They taught you anything and everything you needed to know about making money online. They were geared towards e-commerce, so having like a Shopify store. But I dove all in. And in doing that, you learn everything. You learn about websites, you learn about lead gen and building your list and email marketing and ads and all of it. So then I sat there with all these new skills, feeling like my opportunities were endless. I really got to sit there and sort of try everything out and decide what I liked. And in that process is when I started the Feisty Fit Yogi. And it kind of just came to me. It started just with feisty fit. I liked the play on words. Feisty came from the red hair, and fit came because I was starting my fitness journey with my health sort of deteriorating. I was on a mission to sort of take matters into my own hands, stop worrying about, doctors giving me answers, because that wasn't happening. And I was going to take care of me on my own. So that's where the feisty fit came. And it was actually fit and feisty in the beginning, because feisty fit was taken, but I didn't like it being broken up, and it had periods in there and stuff. So as I started my health journey, I wasn't strong enough to go to the gym and work out quite yet. So that's when I started doing yoga. And so that's when the Feisty Fit Yogi was born. And it sort of just happened. And I just began posting, still not really sure what I was doing or where I was going, but I was enjoying the journey. I was enjoying learning. I participated in a lot of yoga challenges, which is honestly how I learned my yoga practice. I really didn't go to a studio. I didn't take lessons or classes. I learned just by practicing and doing what I watched and what I followed there online. And it just sort of grew and evolved. And I continued to invest in myself and learn more things and build my skill set. And through that, I discovered my true passion and my ultimate purpose, which is helping people, I guess, really do exactly what I did and just discover their ultimate purpose, wake up excited to do whatever they need to do that day, enjoy the life that they're living, and just have the time to, yes, do the work and, make that money, but enjoy life. It's got to have a balance. I don't want to just work to survive. I want to enjoy this life. We get this one life, and I want to live it to the fullest and make the most out of it. And I want to do that by being the best version of myself. So I want to help other people do exactly that too.
Fantastic. And I love that. That's what we're all about at the moment, is becoming the best version of ourselves. So, and I so relate. I was also a single mum to my daughter for, 18 and a half years. And so I so get that journey. And I think it's always something that happens, when you're at your worst, that you then open yourself up to new opportunities. It's like clearing out the old and letting the new come in, so to speak. So yeah, completely get you on that score.
Right.
So
it's like sometimes you have to hit that rock bottom to really pull yourself up and see your true potential. It's sort of like that sink or swim moment where what are you going to do? We're not going to sink. We're going to swim. So we're going to do what we need to do.
And congratulations, you've hit the 10K mark. In fact, 10.4K followers now. That is awesome. I'm so pleased for you. So what does a day in your life look like now?
Currently, I'm waking up, I'm stretching, I'm going to the gym. I like getting my morning routine, done before jumping into my business stuff for the day. So I go to the gym, I come home, I relax a bit, meditate, enjoy my morning tea and journal. Then I'll hop into my emails. My days currently are filled with calls, even though, through COVID, a lot of people unfortunately have been out of work, but I've been blessed to have more work. My work has gone through the roof and I have been so busy. So I'm on calls, building funnels and ads and things all day long, speaking to clients and helping them out. And then my evenings are spent dedicated to my daughter. So we spend time, whether we're playing a game or watching a movie or, doing something like that. I just like to be present for her, even if she ignores me because she is in that preteen stage. At least I'm available and I'm there if she wants my attention and she wants some love. So we'll try to watch movies. I try to make it fun, make popcorn. We'll make some tea. We'll get some candy. It's for her, not for me. But we try to make it fun, just try to keep it busy. And again, having that balance. I have my me time in the morning and I have my work there, through the bulk part of the day. And then my evenings are all nice and relaxing there with my daughter.
And it definitely is all about that balance. Sorry, I think my mic's playing up a wee bit. So yeah, definitely about keeping a balance in your day, in your life, because that's what makes it all flow. When you're out of balance, things just sort of tend to tip over, don't they? So what is it that you think attracts people to your account and to you?
I hope it's just me showing up daily, being myself. I think I'm a pretty awesome person. So I hope everybody else sees that through my Instagram. I know I still struggle with being my full quirky self on my profile. My daughter's always telling me, Mom, why don't you be more like your weird self? And I'm like, am I not being my weird self? But I guess I'm not. But I guess, that's part of the process, right? We're still growing, we're still building, we're still evolving. We can always do more and be better. So that's where I'm at. But I mean, it's been a really fun process. And I hope just people seeing me show up every day and following me on my hikes and my journeys and seeing, that, hey, she's doing it, I can do it too. Then, hey, I'm doing my purpose.
And that's what I love about your account also. It just covers the whole spectrum. You've got your hiking, you've got your fitness, you've got your food, you've just got everything covered pretty much. So how has this changed your and Chloe's life? Like going from the typical 9 to 5, then losing your job, and then sort of being brave enough and bold enough to embark on your own new venture. How has that paid off for you and Chloe?
Oh, it's paid off so much. Obviously, yes, in the beginning it was a little rough, especially because I did sort of jump ship on that 9 to 5, probably a little earlier than I should have, but I knew in my head that that's what I needed to do. I was honoring my journey. The only way I was going to do it is if I jumped all the way in, and that was my only option. I had to make it work because there was nothing else. So it was a little hard in the beginning. Excuse me. It was late nights and early mornings. She saw mommy on the computer a lot and would ask, why am I always on my phone or why am I always on the laptop? But she was getting old enough to where she could understand. So I would start explaining to her exactly what I'm doing. Baby girl, you're my whole world. And I hate it when I have 2 hours with you in the evening and we have to make dinner, eat the dinner, clean up, and then it's homework and bath and story and bedtime. And then where did we really spend any quality time together, not doing those, daily chores or those daily duties? We didn't have any of that. And I knew she needed that just as much as I did. So we do have that now. She, started to see mommy's got to do this. And I started prioritizing time for her as well, obviously making it so she didn't feel left out while I was trying to build. And now, I mean, things are great. We can go and do whatever we want without having to be like, hang on, let me check to see if I have enough money in the bank.
Yeah.
No, babe, we don't. I'm sorry. And it could even be for the littlest thing. She could want a new pair of glasses that were, $15, $20. And I would have to tell her no because things were literally just that tight. And now I make more money in a week, sometimes heck in a day, than I used to make all month long. And to say something like that seems crazy. And last night I even had a call with a lender to see if I can qualify to buy a house right now. And if I'm being completely honest, and my limiting beliefs before, I revamped my mindset, I didn't think that would ever be a thing that I would do as a single mom. And then to know that in the next few weeks, I can have X amount of money put aside for a down payment if I need it. Whew, oh my gosh, that money never existed to me. And now it's there. And does money solve everything? No, obviously not. I'm trying to find a rental right now, and that's really hard. But it makes things easier, right? It lightens that load. It makes it so I don't have to worry about making it barely paycheck to paycheck. I can give my daughter the things that she wants and that she deserves. She's a great kid. She's got her own little Instagram that within 3 months, she's almost at 3,000 followers. I told her I do Instagram growth, and I don't see numbers like that on most of my accounts. So, I mean, she's a great kid, and I want to be able to support her and her dreams and her passions as well. And before even little things like that weren't in the cards for us, this summer I can finally, she's 12, and I can finally take her on her first vacation. She's 12. I might start crying. She's 12, and I've never been able to do that for her. Have we taken little weekend trips? Sure. Have they been incredibly budgeted and really planned in advance? Absolutely, because that was the only way to do it. But to know now that I can be like, hey, babe, you want to go to Disneyland for 4 days? Done. Oh, you don't want to go to Disney? You don't want to be around all those people? You want to go to an all-inclusive hotel in Hawaii? Done. And I don't even have to sit here and think about it and plan and check my budget and my bank account. I know that I can do it. And that peace of mind is so nice. And it just allows me to continue to build and grow and invest in myself and help more people and change more lives.
And that sounds amazing for a start. And congratulations on being able to get your first home. That is pretty exciting. So, but I'm also really mindful that just doesn't come by chance. There must be some stuff that you're doing day in, day out, and you've touched on it definitely. But what would you say about what you needed to wrap around all of this to really bring it to where it is today for you?
Definitely. It was a lot of discipline, and consistency is definitely key. And those mindful practices were it in the end. I mean, with those limiting beliefs and just those toxic thoughts telling me that I couldn't and I wasn't good enough and I was never going to be able to buy that house and saving $10,000 was never going to happen for me. Revamping all that, getting all that out of the way and seeing that I am good enough and I can do whatever the heck I put my mind to, and nobody anywhere is going to tell me otherwise, and nobody is going to stop me, because as long as we follow our hearts and follow our passions and do what we truly desire, magic is going to happen. And I'm living proof of that. And it's those daily practices like the meditation, the journaling is huge for me. And it's not even just, dear diary, today I went to the gym and I did this. I love intentional journaling where I have a reason and a purpose for that entry, or I use my Rachel Hollis Start Today journal. And that has helped me so much, because I don't know if you're familiar with the journal, but you write down in here daily, and it has a space for you to write 10 dreams that you made happen. But the key here is these are 10 dreams that you've made happen in the future, as if you've done them now. So I already bought that house. I am a 6-7 figure income earner. I am a published author. I opened Feisty Fitness, women's only fitness facility. All those things, I've already done them, because it's all in the power of the mind. What we think is what we believe, and that's eventually what we achieve. So it's all been mindset for me, and that's been huge with the journaling and the meditation. Yoga for me is also sort of like meditation when I get in my headstands, but Definitely that meditation and just reworking your mindset has transformed my life. I mean, you see it every day on my Instagram.
Absolutely. And I so agree with what you're saying there because do you know, like, for many years, I used to be on this roller coaster wherever life wanted to take me. That's where I was going. I didn't have that focus. I didn't have those dreams. I didn't have that belief. I didn't have those intentions. And exactly what you just described is exactly what I'm doing now, to create and build the life that I want for me. I wished I'd done it as early as you had, but it wasn't meant to be. So, but I'm
Right? We all
super,
have
super
our
excited.
journeys. Definitely. I
Yeah,
always said that I was just a tumbleweed blowing in the wind. So, like you said, you were just on that roller coaster going to wherever it took you. I was going to whichever job would give me more money and whichever, whatever was the best opportunity for that time. That's where I went and that's what I did. And that's not a way to live. I wasn't following my heart and doing what I enjoyed. I hated getting out of bed in the morning. My anxiety was insane. I just, I couldn't do it. And nobody should have to do it like that. We should wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated and excited to get out of bed and go do whatever it is that we need to do, whether it's just being moms, if it's, coaching every day or whatever it may be. I want to wake up excited for my life.
absolutely. And I agree with you, with everything you said. For me, it was a pivotal time when I actually lost my girl. I lost her in a car accident, and so then it's yeah. But that put me on to this amazing journey because I thought I've got nothing left to lose now. Like the worst has happened to me. What possibly could happen now? And so actually, that enabled me to be brave, me to say, actually, I don't like this life I'm living. I'm going to create the life I want to be living, which sounds exactly what you've done. And you did it for your girl. And I'm doing it in honor of my girl. I know she's right there with me 1000%. And, the best thing I have about that, and I understand so much why this is so important for you and Chloe, is because, I had no regrets. When she had her accident, I could honestly, hand on heart, say, I have no regrets being her mum. Did I get everything right? No.
Right.
Did I make some really huge mistakes? Yes, I did. But like we had quality time and she knew through and through I loved her, she loved me. And I so understand what you're saying about wanting to create that lifestyle for you and your daughter. So congratulations. She is going to grow up an awesome, awesome, awesome young lady.
Right. I mean, being the only parent, it's a huge responsibility for us, but it's our ultimate job to make sure that they feel loved and appreciated and worthy and that they're enough. So if I slack on my job, she's the one that's going to suffer in the end. And she doesn't deserve that because that little girl has saved my life in a way that no one else ever could have. So I want to give her the world. She
Yeah.
deserves it.
So, last thing, we're just going to sort of finish it up, but I wanted to finish by asking you, what are your messages for people who are out there stuck, lost, not sure where they should head? And, what are you able to offer them? And if so, how can they contact you to make that contact?
Absolutely. I tell people all the time, you do not need to invest tens of thousands of dollars in, your education and yourself. Can you? Absolutely. You can spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but there's so much free information that is readily available. When I got into the e-commerce, everything I did was free. I learned those Facebook ads and the lead gen and the email campaigns and all of that for free. It's all out there. Is it a little bit harder because we have to get online and we have to find it and it's not, an employer handing it to us as a new skill to learn? Yeah, but with anything else, you have to learn that new skill at the job. You have to learn this new skill here online, but it's readily available. You can do it. If I can do it at the age of 30 as a single mom without a high school degree, struggling, just to make ends meet, then so can you. So can anybody. We all have it in us. I say it all the time on my page. We were all born with purpose. Let's find yours. You can contact me on Facebook or Instagram at the Feisty Fit Yogi. I have tons of free material that I can provide you with. I'd love to hop on a short free call with you so we can sort of just discuss what your wants, your needs are, where you're at, where you want to go, and see how I can help you and how we can work together.
Oh, that sounds absolutely wonderful. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that are going to listen to this, maybe not today, but down the line, that are just going to really know that that's what they need in their life now. And it has been my absolute pleasure to be able to speak with you today, Kristina. You're everything I thought you would be. And truly, you've provided us with a lot of really good advice and information. So I thank you for that.
Thank you. Do you mind if I take a quick picture really quick while I still have you on here? All right.
Lovely.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, you take care.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.